Slip on grounded, spine straight. So watch our breath. Find slow, long inhalation. And when you inhale, make sure to fill up the lungs to its capacity. Fill your belly up, lift your chest cage, make room for the lungs. And at the end of inhalation, let's hold for 3 seconds. And exhale. Again, find slow, smooth, long exhalation. And when you exhale, suck your belly in. Let the diaphragm push up, squeeze every bit of air out of the lungs. When you feel like there's no more air to exhale, exhale a couple more seconds. Completely empty out the lungs. And hold. Let's return to normal breathing. Alright, hands to side. Inhale, arms reach over your head, along your spine. Exhale down. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the right one more time. See if you can walk your fingers a little bit further this time. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Twist to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Twist to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Let's twist to the right one more time. Maybe this time tug on your knee for a deeper twist. Inhale, back to the center. Twist to the left. Inhale, back to the center. And release. Alright, switch your legs if you need to. Alright, left ear to left shoulder. Back to the center, right ear to right shoulder. And back to the center, gaze up to ceiling. Slowly bring your gaze parallel to the ground and take it all the way down. Let's do this one more time. Reach it all the way up. And down. And trace chin to chest to the left. And all the way down and to the right. One more time. And go one full circle this time. Pause, go the other direction. And pause. Very good. Left arm reaches forward for forearm stretch. Pull on your fingers. And roll. Hands down. You're really feeling that, aren't you? You're really feeling that. And roll your fingers down. And release. Okay. And reach forward with your left hand, right hand to the side. Bend your left hand. Right arm reaches under. Bring your palms together. And lift your elbows parallel to the ground. And twist to the left. Back to the center. Twist to the right. And to the center. And release. Right arm forward, left arm to the side, bend your right arm, left arm reaches under. Bring your palms together, elbows parallel, and twist to the left. Back to the center, twist to the right. And back to the center. And tighten and release. Okay. All right. Let's do a quick twist. Let's bring your left leg. Let's try to stack our knees. Right. All right. So left elbow to right knee and twist. And back. And let's twist to the other side. Your left hand back. And back to the center. Switch legs. Right elbow to left knee and twist. And release. Right hand to the back. Twist. And release. That's an early deep twist. All right. Let's get on to tabletop. Start with some cat-cow. Shoulders directly above your palms. Hips directly above the knees. And you exhale, tuck your tailbone in, drop your head. Inhale, tailbone tucks up, gaze forward. And come to neutral top. Let's lower our hips down to child's pose. And spread your knees out to the edge of your mat. Make room for the belly. Come up on your elbows. Let's massage inside of the left hand palms. Press down on each knuckle. Clench your fists together, open. Switch hands. And clench your fists together, open, clench your fists together. Okay. Reach forward with your hands, come onto your fingertips. Your head is directly in between your shoulders. Press down on your fingertips. Feel the stretch on your upper back. And walk your fingers to the right corner of the mat. And back to the center. Walk your fingers to the left corner of the mat. One more time. Back to the center and to the right. Maybe this time, let's go a little bit deeper. Take your left palm, place it over right hand. Back to the center. Let's go to the other side. Right palm over left hand. And back to the center. And come on up to tabletop. Let's go all the way until you're fully flat against the mat. And gaze up, shoulders off the mat. Push yourself up, come to tabletop, and slide all the way to child's pose. Let's do this a couple of times until we can get our blood flowing up and down your spine. Get up. Heads off the mat, shoulders. Push yourself up to tabletop and slide all the way to child's pose. One more time. Back to tabletop. That's up, shoulders up. Gaze forward. Up dog. Into tabletop. Child's pose. And come on up to tabletop. Let's stop right here. Get set up for your first plank. Right leg back. Check in with your toe and your heel, your calf muscles. Roll back and forth. Back to tabletop. And left leg back. Check in with your left toes and heels. And slide back and forth. And back to the center. And let's check in with our hands. Turn your fingers out. And both hands to the side. Let's sway side to side. All right, turn your fingers towards you. Don't put too much stress on your wrist. Turn your fingers out and forward. Let's come onto the forearm. I'm sorry, on your backhand. Very good. Back to palms. Make sure spread your fingers out. Every mound and each palm's pressed against the mat. Right leg back. Left leg back. Here in plank. Lift your hips up to ceiling for your first down dog. Let's pedal our feet here and try to bring one heel at a time onto the mat. Back and forth, back and forth. Really press onto those palms. Drop your head in between your shoulders towards the mat. Feel the stretch on your upper back. And come onto tippy toes. And drop your heel. Tippy toes. Drop your heel. Let's come to plank. And back to down dog. Plank. And down dog. One more time to plank, and this time let's drop our knees onto the mat and lower all the way down. Gaze up, shoulders off the mat. Maybe this time we'll hover our palms right over the mat for big cobra. And plant your hands, push yourself up to tabletop and slide all the way to child's pose. All right, come on up to tabletop. Right leg back, left leg back, and plank. And lift your hips up to sit for your down dog. Let's get firm with our left hand. Release your right hand and reach for your left knee. And back to down dog. Let's do the other side. Get firm with your right hand. Release your left hand and reach for your right knee. And back to down dog. And come to plank. Back to down dog. And plank one more time. Drop your knee, lower all the way down to the mat. Let's spread our hands out to T here. Come onto your chin. And bring your right hand right next to your chest. Leave your left hand in T. Bend your right leg. Roll over. Plant it outside of your left knee. Enjoy the shoulder opener in your left shoulder. And back to the center. Right hand to T. Left hand right next to your chest. Bend your left leg. Roll over. Plant it outside of your right knee. And enjoy the shoulder opener in your right shoulder. And back to the center. Bring your right hand right next to your chest. Gaze forward. Push yourself up to tabletop and slide all the way to child's pose. Okay, we're going to do side plank next. We'll start with our elbows, and then we'll do one hand plank. All right, come on up to tabletop. Right leg back, left leg back. Lift your hips up to ceiling for your down dog. Let's chaturanga before we do the side plank. Come to plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Up dog, our lower back's warming up. Flip your feet to down dog. All right, come on up to plank. And drop onto your elbow on the left hand. And let's turn our left leg down onto the mat. Stack your right leg up and reach up to ceiling with your right hand. Very good. And back, flip over. Come on up on your palms. Lift your hips up to ceiling. Down dog. Let's chaturanga before we do the other side. Come to plank and lower all the way down. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. All right, now for the other side. Come to plank and drop on your right elbow and turn your feet to the side and reach up with your left hand. I'm glad you guys have done this before and following with me. I'm not cueing perfectly. Thanks. Back over to the plank. Lift your hip up to ceiling for your down dog. Let's chaturanga. Meet me in child's pose. Come to plank. Knees down. Was that too intense? No? Okay. All right. Now come on up to tabletop. Flip your feet to down dog. Okay, so we're going to do one arm plank, but let's prep for it first. Come to plank. Let's drop our left knee down to the mat. Bring your left hand to the middle of the mat. Drop your right heel on the mat and reach up with your right hand to ceiling. Very good. Let's bend our right hand and bring it behind your back. Open the right shoulder towards the ceiling. Very nice. And right hand reaches back up to ceiling. And back onto the mat. Lift your left knee off back to plank and lift your hips up to ceiling for down dog. All right, come to plank, lower all the way down, chaturanga, up dog, flip your feet to down dog. And always reset the spine. It's a good idea. Come to plank, drop your right knee, right hand to the middle of the mat, and drop your left heel, and reach up with your left hand to ceiling. Turn your left hand externally, reach behind your back. Open the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Very good. Left hand reaches back up and over. Plant it onto the mat. Right knee up, back to down dog. And chaturanga, meet me back at child's pose. Okay, and come on up to tabletop and flip your feet to down dog. And come to plank, drop your left knee, left hand to the middle of the mat, drop your right heel. Right hand reaches up to ceiling. This time we're going to lift our right leg off the mat. Bring your right leg parallel to the ground. Maybe bend that right leg. Reach with your right hand for the right toe. There you go, Victoria. Kind of create a tension between your right toe and your right hand. And release. Right leg reaches forward. And drop your leg. And turn back to plank and to down dog. Let's chaturanga before we do the other side. Come to plank and lower all the way down. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. All right, come to plank. Drop your right knee, right hand to the middle of the mat. Drop your left heel. Left hand reaches up to ceiling. And lift your left leg parallel to the ground. Bend your left leg, reach for the toe. Good form, Elena. Very good. Release your legs. Left arm reaches back up and over. Back to plank and to down dog. That's chaturanga. Come to plank. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. All right. Now we're going to do one arm plank. Ready or not? Here we go. Come to plank. Bring your left hand to the middle of the mat and get onto the knife edge of the left foot first. Stack your right foot and reach up to ceiling. Very good, guys. And back to plank. Lift your hips up to down dog. Let's chaturanga before we do the other side. Plank, lower all the way down. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. All right, for the right side, come to plank. Bring your right hand to the middle of the mat. Then stack your feet. And reach up. And roll back to plank and to down dog. Come to plank, drop your knees and lower all the way down. Heads up, shoulders up. Up dog, knees down to child's pose. I felt like it was too much too fast. All right, come on up to tabletop. So we're going to do the same thing this time. Let's try and reach for our toe. Flip your feet to down dog. Come to plank. Left hand to the middle of the mat. Go on the knife edge of the left foot. Right foot on top. And one hand plank. And try to lift your right leg off the mat. Yeah, that's too much. And back to plank. And lift your hips up to ceiling for down dog. Let's chaturanga before we do the other side. Come to plank. Lower all the way down. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. Come to plank. Right hand to the middle of the mat. And knife edge of the right foot. And left hand up. Try to lift your left leg up. Very good. Back to plank. And to down dog. Chaturanga, meet me in child's pose. My wrist is killing me. I don't know. Okay. Come on up to tabletop. Flip your feet to down dog. And walk your feet forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your fingers to the left. Walk your fingers to the middle and to the right. And back to the center. Inhale, come all the way up. And reach the ceiling. Palms together towards center. Oh my God. I don't know how they do that. So you're on one hand plank, and this leg goes up. They grab onto the toe. You know what I'm talking about? I can barely lift my other leg. Okay. All right, so one sun salutation, and then let's get back on the mat. Let's do some lower back, and then maybe Navasana. We hardly do, right? And then we'll finish with the bridge. All right, on top of the mat. Feet shoulder distance apart. Roll your shoulders over, palms face forward. Inhale, arms over your head. Gaze up, maybe add a little back bend. Exhale, all the way down to the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg back, left leg back here in plank, and lower all the way down. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. Right leg up for three-legged dog. And bring your feet forward. Drop your left heel. Powerfully come up. Inhale, arms over your head. Interlace your fingers, all fingers except your index and thumb. And stare at the thumb. Exhale down. Right leg back here in plank. Lower all the way down. Up dog. Flip your feet to down dog. Left leg up for three-legged dog. And bring your feet forward. Drop your right heel. Powerfully come up. Inhale. Interlace all your fingers except index and your thumbs. Stare at the thumb. Exhale all the way down. Left leg back here in plank. Lower all the way down. Flip your feet to up dog. Into down dog. Step or walk your feet forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms to heart center. Okay, let's get on our knees. Okay. Inhale, right arm up. And reach behind you for a right heel and left hand to ceiling. And release. Left arm up. Turn your head externally, reach behind the heel, right arm up. And release. We're going to do both sides. Right arm up, And reach behind you for your right heel. Left arm up. You may have to lean back a little and reach behind you. Open the chest. And release, come back up. All fours. Let's go on child's pose. All right, come on up. And let's get down hero pose. Bring your hips on your, rest on your heels. And right arm reaches up and reach behind you. Left arm reach up and behind you. And lean back and come onto your elbow. Right elbow first and left. Drop your head behind you. And come on up. You okay, Helena? Okay. And turn our feet. Legs straight. Hands to the side. Support our upper body. The hands. And lift both legs up. And toe forward. And down. One more time. Lift both legs up. And toe forward. Let's add a couple of reps. Heel down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You okay? All right, for Navasana. So we're going to lift our legs up first and then release our hand and reach forward, okay? Lift your legs up, forward, and then release your hands. All right. Let's lower all the way down to the mat. And bend your knees, lift your knees off the mat. Let's hug it out. Roll side to side. All right, release. All right. Let's get ready for a windshield wiper. Feet mat distance apart, hands to T. Drop both knees to one side and swing your knees over to the other. Each time turning your head to the opposite side of your knee. Next time you're on the right, let's hold your knees. And maybe lift your right heel, place it on left knee, gently press down for a deeper twist. Release both knees to the other side. Lift your left heel, place it on right knee, gently press down. And release. Straighten both legs. Roll them in and out. All right, so let's do bridge, half bridge. Bend your knees, bring your legs, hands parallel to the ground. Lift your hips up, your hands on the side of your body. Lift your hips up. And lower your hips down. Lift your knees off the mat. Hug it out. All right, one more time. Drop your legs. Hands to the side of your body. Lift your hips up. This time, interlace your fingers. Reach under your body. And kind of walk your shoulders towards each other under your body. And lift your hips up. And let's get firm on the left leg. Lift your right leg towards the ceiling. And drop your right leg. Lift your hips up. And get firm with your right leg. Lift your left leg towards the ceiling. And drop your legs. Lift your hips back up again. And release your hands. And slowly lower your hips. Lift your knees up. Hug your knees out. All right, drop your legs. Straighten both legs. Roll them in and out. All right, now for the full bridge, I'm going to use the blocks for my hands. So place your block right next to your head if you need it. So your hands go on the block, turn your fingers towards you, and bend your legs, lift your hips up, and press onto the blocks, lift your upper body, full bridge. You okay? Blocks too much? Yeah. My wrist. All right. Let's straighten our legs. Rest your hands right next to your body. Just get ready for final relaxation. Scan your body, top to bottom. We do a lot of core and lower back stretches and our shoulders. If you notice any area of concern, send some extra breath there. Let's start relaxing. When I call out a body part, consciously relax that area, starting from the crown of your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyelids. Relax your cheeks, your chin. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your hands, your palms. Relax your chest, your core, your hips, your thighs, knees, calves, and your toes. Your entire body is relaxed, just the breath remains. Wake up your hands, your feet, bend your legs, roll to your right. With the help of your left hand, push yourself up for practicing with me today. Namaste, Helena. Namaste, Victoria. Namaste.